So the three stocks I'm going to share with you guys, you definitely want to have on your radar. Right now, these penny stocks are having moves that are looking interesting, and the last one you definitely want to stick around for. It is said to possibly squeeze and move like PLTR stock, right? Not exactly to the extent of going over $100, but if not, the squeeze accelerating to an extent of pushing it north of $12 to $15. And it is a meme stock and lots of eyes are on it. Now, in today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bull indicator here at the 659 level and confirming and closing at 12:30 p.m., sending it directly to the Discord and pushing up into the close and highs here of 662, nearly $2, and call options went up 150%. Now, I've prepared something special, the Profit Trader Blueprint, and you can gain access to it. The link is down below and in the description. And if you guys want to go ahead and not shake out and be able to see opportunities while others panic and receive the clarity and edge and know about these stocks early on, check it out. Join us. And I've created it with the resources and tools and indicators and videos to equip you with the knowledge through the volatility. Now, let's jump into it here. So the SPY here did that full move. Now, what's the first stock on this list? While the SPY was actually sitting sideways, we had a stock going upwards, and that is Ovid. Okay. Ovid Therapeutics Inc. started to run here today, and lots of eyes on it with these inflows piling in and pushing upwards, right? You have it here going ahead and holding support above 150, and it pushed all the way up to 175. Now, a bear indicator did pop up on the 5 minute. When we go over to the 15 minute, there's still a bull indicator here, and the most important inflow levels and supports are down here at 150 and down at 138. These are the key levels to not ignore. Anything above that, what we want to see is yes, there might be a pullback, but for it to hold above 160 and most importantly here, 154, and then down here at 150, and for other inflow levels to compound, just like these two compounded on each other, and they're pretty close to each other, it's what created the room for the next leg up because of the amount of inflows. So that's what I'll be watching here with Ovid Therapeutics. And historically, right, when you zoom out all the way, it has been pushing back up from below $1. And when you go all the way out to the 1 hour, we could see there is room and potential here from the history of the chart that we're up here near a clear resistance above 150, now sitting at 174, and a huge drop that happened back in June 2024, and the stock has a huge gap and retests of resistance levels to go ahead and retrace. So, lots of speculation on the probability of pushing up north of $2 and trying to reach $3 in the coming weeks or months. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion alone on the research that I've done, and I'm sharing with you guys what the data is showing with our 42 vision indicators and inflow versus outflow, as well as the charts itself where it sits right now. So, in the bigger picture, there is room here. And in the shorter time frames, right now there's a bear indicator on the 5 minute. I will be watching that going into next week. Could it roll over into the 15 minute and push downwards? We definitely want to see 160, 150 hold. Those are the resistance and supports here in the volatility today before doing the next leg up. If that area does get retested, I definitely want to see bulls reappear and cancel out this bear indicator with another bull indicator. And again, like we were watching here, we want inflow levels to compound on that push downwards. Especially if it pulls downwards and this bull indicator never gets canceled, that's even more bullish. And all we're looking for is those confirmations of a possible reversal on that probability of a pullback. Now, if it doesn't go all the way down to 160 and it bounces up, well, then the first resistance we want to see and we want inflows to hold and bull indicators to align on the lower time frames and larger time frames, it's going to be up here near 182. And then the next level is $2, 220, and then 250. Now, the next stock here on this list is INHD. INHD stock had a run going into the end of August and beginning of September, hitting highs up here of $15. I mean, this stock was squeezing pretty quickly, and now it has come back down to 140s. Now, this is historically not that far off of the support before the run started back at the 120 area. And when we zoom back in here, yes, on the 30-minute, there's some big outflows above. Today was an outflow driven day from 177 dropping down to 130. Not that far from the 120 area, but look how quickly we have bounced back up to 150. That doesn't mean that the strength is there or guaranteed, but there's buyers stepping in, and we can clearly see that based off the history of the chart. These are the things to look for um, when trying to choose or pick a possible stock to watch that you will be interested in saying, okay, this is something to watch. Why? Because the last time it was sitting at 120, right? We saw that there on the chart way back here before the run in August, and it sat flat there between 150 and the 120s for several weeks and a month there before running. So now we're near those levels. And obviously, one has to have a strategy. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion and how I would approach it. If I'm entering near the 120 area, I'm going to feel pretty close to the last floor. So if there's a significant break below that towards 110, $1 or something like that, and I enter near 125, for example, I quickly need to start thinking at the 115 area, 110 area, am I going to cut this a loss here and my entry wasn't good, right? Or this was just the risk of taking the shot. That's how I would handle it. And if it breaks down to $1 and I believe in what I'm seeing and there's something about it that's telling me this is going in the wrong direction, I'll try and hold, but it's so important to cut losers short really quickly, especially when you're looking to actively trade, because there's always going to be another opportunity, right? In our last video, XXII, we mentioned that one and it actually jumped up, right? A few days after, just based off the technicals and what was going on in the chart, nearly a whole entire jump to $2 and some change. I mean, we made the video um, this Monday at around the 150, 160 area, and it went down. Yeah, it dropped near 150 again, and it hit lows down here of 152 before running. Now, this stock was definitely one to watch because it ran after it was able to pay its debt, right? Repayments, and it got new capital, and it was in a positive flow of capital. And the capital was larger than the market cap of the stock. And it got news again, and it ran on Wednesday. And it had two opportunities, the after hours that date, and the next day it ran up to $2.12. And the highest point, it went up nearly 30% plus. And now it's back down to these levels again. This is definitely a level to watch it, especially that inflow level came in now on that stock. So that's a perfect example of what we look for, right? When we're looking at stocks, and this stock is in a situation that it has fallen, and now the question is, could it push itself back up? Well, at least we know historically it's near a level where it's sat flat. Now we're seeing inflows coming in here on the lower time frames. There's this outflow level here that needs to be broken through 180. That's nearly 20% already from the lows to that area, 20% plus. And then you have another gap to fill between this outflow level and the historic one up here of 227. That would be a jump exactly from where it's at, 149, all the way up to 224 of nearly 40% plus. So that is a very, very bold location to see where this would go. But I mean, this fell in just one day from 375 down to 223, and that's been the clear outflow level. I mean, if that can get cleared, there's a lot of other levels to the upside to not ignore, right? You have it up here at these outflow levels and inflow levels up near 379 and $4. So this is what we're looking for here. multiple bull indicators, and on the 30-minute, it still hasn't popped up. It needs to cancel this bear indicator at 173. And then you have these two outflow levels as areas of looking at and saying, okay, these are the target levels to see if the bulls are going to hold that level. And that's what I'm going to be watching on the inflows here and outflows. And if it rejects it, it could quickly come right back down to 120 or even lower. If this could get broken through and used as support, the next area to retest and resistance level to retrace to is $2.22 all the way up to 230s. And it's down here at the 140 area. Now, the last one on this list is the meme stock. A lot of people are speculating this could be the next PLTR squeeze. And it did squeeze here quickly up to $5 and from $5 all the way up to 1080 area. And it rejected it twice. It couldn't clear 11 the last two times it approached it. And it needed to hold the support of 840, and it needed specifically to get back above 745 when it broke through it. And that's what it's done so far. We have a pretty strong inflow level here. On the 30-minute, there is a bear indicator and it's trying to come back up towards $9. That is an alpha level to not ignore. And these two above it. So clearing above 972 is definitely a level that we want to see before even speculating this can get back up to 1080 or higher. And then you have here the 1 hour under a strong bull indicator since 750 area, and it's trying to retest and retrace this resistance. I mean, typically that's what we do. Like you could see it here when this bear indicator popped up and this outflow level was actually looking strong. We retested and retraced towards this level down here. It didn't touch it. A lot of times on the lower time frames, we do see that happen. We do see it get touched and retraced. Like when this inflow level came in yesterday, it came back up to this outflow level and then it rejected it. And now we're seeing it here fight within this area. If the bears reappear with strength, it definitely could retest these levels down here and break through them quickly. But right now, things are back under bull indicators. The bear indicator on the 15-minute does need to get canceled, and then these alpha levels could get retested and retraced towards because we are doing an upward higher low situation, like I call it the staircase effect. And that is something to not ignore on what's going on here because these inflow levels really have set the tone to push us back up. And yesterday it was used as support. So definitely, if it stays above 787, 750, there's still some strength here, and the bulls are in control. They just need to break this outflow level that has had a lot of weight on the chart for the last several days and week, basically, since Monday. So once that gets broken through, then it's trying to go all the way back up to the 1080s and break 11, and that speculation of 12, 15 that everyone's talking about could possibly unravel. I would like to see your thoughts. You think it's going to break through 12? Could it break through 15? And this is really where 42 Vision gives us that edge. We see the strength of trends with the bull and bear indicators, and the inflow versus outflows really act as strong areas of resistance and support for us to see where the bulls are appearing and the bears are appearing and the possible direction of retracement. Because with inflows here and these inflows here, and you have an inflow level here in the pre-market that got broken through, and now we're back up here and we keep rejecting around that area, it's showing us that we need to break back above 890 before even going to the high of the pre-market of $9 to 915. And then from there, it could possibly retrace upwards. But you have this big inflow level here, not letting the chart completely collapse. It's just failing, right? This could be some short interest piling up. This could be some profit taking with the trade, whoever traded overnight or whatever it was. But it found support and it's bouncing back up. And this is the area it wants to retrace and retest. And if it could break it, well, in the bigger time frames, we're seeing that right above that is up towards the 920 to 970 area. That's going to be crucial before there's even a breakout north of 10. Once again, if you guys enjoy the video and see value in our indicators, which they could definitely bring so much perspective, knowledge, and data over the charts to see the strength of trend, the strengths of support and resistance, and where the bulls and bears are hearing, right? You could see that clearly here. This is a strong area of support today, 850, and then up here near 913. It's going to be crucial to get broken through for the bulls to really take over. And you could see this daily and in the live action, as well as if you have not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell so that you don't miss a single video. I will be posting more videos like this and top penny stocks to be watching and are showing behavior or recent news or setups worth paying attention to. And hit that like button and share the video with a friend so they can be informed as well. Stay tuned for the next one. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching and let's make some money.